Alright, welcome back to Stradic for you, Cthulhu. Oh, that would be good enough. We tried like 4 times, that's not it.
I was right. I hate that I was right.
Even I can't help. Alright. So, last time, everything went really well, didn't it? You know? You met a
aside from the couple of us getting shot.
Yeah, I saw you got shot.
Yeah.
Fine.
Between the getting shot by mixed blood Chinamen and such as that, now we're having to go to the worst place, L.A. Even worse in Raleigh.
It's not yet the 1980s. LA is not yet the worst place. They've only just now invented smog, so not everyone has it yet.
Also,
only the very, very rich. Oh dear.
Also, you're a few years past the most corrupt stage of law enforcement. So,
I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, remember this is LA, which famously tried to pass off a random kid as somebody's son after a kidnapping.
Huh?
There's a film with Angelina Jolie called Changeling. Kid goes missing. LA police just find a random kid and tell it that's your son.
Your kid's missing? Well, here's a kid. It's good enough.
So, directed by Clint Eastwood, actually. Good film.
I just realized I've underspent points.
But
I think I spent points.
So, a few days pass. It takes a while for you to consider the fact that, you heal up, the police deal with the bodies. They don't get much out of the guy you handed over because he goes into a sort of horrific drug withdrawal after a day or so. But yeah, apart from that, you're now clear to fly off to sunny Los Angeles.
Right, everybody in the airplane.
File into the airplane.
Perfectly safe.
Clearly,
this morning.
Clearly, this clandestine organization that is currently we're dealing with will not have jet fire or flying planes to shoot us with.
Makes no tint book.
Jets haven't been invented yet.
I know. I was having to change that mid thought. Like, wait, jets aren't here.
Jets, actually, like on an octopus.
Jets have probably been invented, but they're probably not being used in any capacity. Like they're still.
I don't think they've been invented yet, even.
It was jet engines, maybe, but only as a proof of concept, as opposed to an actual.
That was what I meant. Yeah. Was like there's nothing practical yet, but they have like a working prototype, maybe.
Yeah.
Carter, you're running a rocket scientist, right? Have jets been invented?
Googling.
I mean, it depends what you classify as a jet engine. But
air goes in, fuel goes in.
Yeah, the first patent for a gas turbine jet engine for a plane was 1921. So yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're just not practical yet. It'll take a war to make. Like most things, it'll take a war.
Okay. Whatever.
They just keep catching fire, is all.
All right. So you get in the plane. Fly.
Holy shit. Jet engines can be dated back to the invention of the Heliopile around 150 BC.
Yes.
Yeah, it just depends what you classify as a jet engine.
They just never found a use for it.
It's like steam. The first steam engine was invented by the Greeks. They just had a little toy. And they never actually thought about connecting it up to anything and actually using it for work.
Yeah, they use it a lot in it's like mechanical devices in temples.
Yeah.
But it was all just show.
Yeah, it's like gunpowder. The Chinese had gunpowder for centuries, and it's only when a European saw it, they thought, I can make people dead with this.
Wait, what happens if you stand close to it when it goes bang? Oh. How do you make it again?
Then the Koreans invented rocketry.
Yeah.
This is your history lesson for the day. Back to Call of Cthulhu.
Right.
No, we've abandoned Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, we've abandoned it. We're just going to do history talks.
We're playing
Suits me.
Yep. Alright, so you land in Los Angeles at the Grand Central Air Terminal. So this has actually got tarmac. The one you've just left in Savannah was probably packed dirt. This
bumpy.
Is like a fairly lovely place to land.
This is the proto LAX.
Yeah.
Ugh, it has bureaucracies.
Yes. there's actually somebody who comes and checks that your plane is supposed to be here.
Oh, do they check?
Bother.
I sent a telegram.
Is it always supposed to be checking if we have this many guns or not?
It's the 30s. They don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm extremely rich, sir. We're fine.
Yeah, I'm
You've all got the
extremely
relevant
sorry, you're
license.
fine.
It's the 30s, and again, yeah, this is a private plane.
They can't come and check on it. They're allowed to make sure we're allowed to land here, but that's about it.
All right, so this is pretty much the opposite of Savannah. Savannah is a dying place. This is pretty much the most up and coming LA is ever going to be.
Has the dam burst yet?
Not yet.
No, but the air smells so much better.
Actually, there's a bit of a smell of like burning in the air.
It's still better than swamp.
Yes, true. That's just from bushfire.
At least as far as Gato cares.
Yeah, you don't want to know what burning swamp smells like, though.
I can imagine.
Fun fact, again, I live in Georgia. We had a big swamp fire about a decade ago. Jesus Christ.
People still remember the stinks to this day.
But, yeah. There is a nice
Some
breeze.
smells you just don't go away.
Yeah. Instead of like overcast, rainy sky, it's blue. You drive past at least one movie shoot. So yeah, you've arrived in Los Angeles.
We go. Where to set up shop?
It's
Go check
fairly
into a
easy to find a good hotel.
Is that a?
I think a good hotel mate is probably what you're aiming for. The best hotels will be booked up well ahead of time.
Hmm.
And only one of
Yeah,
you
we
is
would
ever-
need time for that.
You would need to have a.
Would that be his credit rating, or what would that be?
Well,
Oh, I don't want the best hotels. Too many photographers.
It's either his credit rating or Janet Winston Rogers' credit rating. One of the two will get you a hotel.
I was just having having a moment there where I was just thinking about. Wait a second. If you actually spend credit rating, does that mean you go down in socioeconomic rung?
Until it recovers, yes.
Yeah, you spending credit rating is equivalent to pushing like your status. So you don't get any physically poorer, but people get annoyed with you for being nouveau riche.
Yeah, it's cashing in favors.
Cashing in
like
favors
that.
and stuff like that. So yeah, you
And
can.
respectability, I suppose. if
Yeah,
that's
you can
relevant.
run that down quite heavily. So,
Yeah.
what are your plans? You're in a nice hotel.
What were we doing here? Why do we come here? Completely
notes
forgotten.
are we have some leads here. Can we go over what we can we review the case notes, Gray?
Yes.
I can tell them. I've been keeping track.
By all means.
So the main thing was in 1924, there was a big blow up between our client's father and a cult in some farmstead. It's like something called the Beast with the Thousand Mouse supposedly escaped. Places we can investigate: UCLA, which was where the cult was set up. We could investigate perhaps local police and authorities to see about the incident in 1924.
Mm-hmm.
We could look up a gentleman called Interravo, who was apparently the leader of the cult, or we could go to the sanitarium where Edgar Job was held before he got transferred out east.
You're actually missing one there.
Oh, what am I missing?
You're missing the safety deposit box key for the First Bank of Long Beach.
Ah, yes, the safety deposit box. Very
yeah.
important.
Wait, do we have a key? We have a key to that, right?
Yes.
We have a key.
Let's
We
go
have a
to that.
name. We have a lot of money.
Well, let's go to that first. I would say because it probably will have something that we could use as a lead for everything else.
All right, Long Beach. So, Long Beach is easy to get to. You hop in a cab. It's like the southern tip of LA. And the first thing you notice when you get down there is this place is not the nicest part of LA. So you manage to stay out the slums for all of about 2 hours before driving straight back in. A lot of this area seems to be damaged. Asking your cabbie, he'll tell you that there was an earthquake a few years back that ruined quite a lot of area.
The LA quakes.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you'll pull up outside a building. It's, brick building, but it's damaged. It's got stone steps that are cracked. There's vagrants in the doorway. But you can see up there on the top is the First Bank of Long Beach, inscribed above the front doors. Doesn't look like it's an active bank, guys.
That's unfortunate.
Is it open or?
Well, the doors are open.
It's probably condemned.
Well,
Yeah, see, in the time since that deposit box was taken out, the entire fucking economy kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's likely that the box is still there because those things are hard to remove.
Yeah, there's a very real chance it was broken open anyway. I mean, we don't have any better. Well,
You can pull all of them
we
if you're
bring.
moving the bank.
Well,
Yeah, we can check.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, or just kill more time asking if what happened to the First Bank of Long Beach, but that'll be like what oral history, local history, if it moved or anything. Or
probably
could go.
Or we can go into a very obvious dungeon.
The very obvious dungeon.
Let me get my dungeoning top hat.
The cab driver doesn't know much about banking history. He just drives the cabs.
You might know what's happened to the bank, though. Did it shut down?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't come to Long Beach that much.
It doesn't seem like a very nice area.
Well, clearly we should go in there with our guns out and our cautious. Let's do a raid, gentlemen.
Are you actually doing that?
I don't think that walking into a bank with guns drawn is a very wise idea.
Oh, I thought
on the face of it.
I thought the bank was condemned.
It is.
Whether or not it's condemned, I would still like to not walk into a bank with guns out.
World's worst bank robbers.
I mean, that's
Robbing a
likely to get the
defunct
wrong
bank.
kind of idea.
I mean, honestly, given the current political climate, they would probably not care.
I mean, if I had any level of disguise, I would probably put on some. I would probably put on at least a bandana across my face. Going in.
Oh, we're just entering the abandoned building as, distinguished gentlemen occasionally do.
Yep.
Good sir, where do you find your drugs? I must find the drugs.
Bruce, bring me one of those bell things you ring to get the attention of the teller.
I could just see
it
a guy
goes.
walking in. You pull out a bell. Bruce puts on a bell. Put it on his hand. You go with you and go ding.
Yes. Sometimes you have to be ridiculous to get attention.
All right, so you've got your choice. You've got vagrants or prostitutes.
Who are to accost?
Social diseases or antisocial diseases? Tough choice.
Well, this is a Lovecraft-based system, so vagrants, obviously.
All right.
Yes.
Most of them will scatter when you start walking towards. They've probably had bad experiences with rich people turning up and asking questions. One of them,
Then again, some of them might have very well been rich.
yes. Good point. Some of them probably worked in this bank.
Some of them are probably scattering because they think you're here to collect debt from the bank.
One of them doesn't move.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Right. Yeah, go, you guys. He's obviously drunk. Come on, come sit down next to old Boyles. This is obviously not his given name, it's a name he's acquired.
I don't know. The Boyle name has been in the banking industry for years.
Oh, no, it's not. It's Boyles McGillicuddy.
So we're being accosted by one of the
A
vagrants.
very happy vagrant.
Okay.
Mary, let's say.
So, you find gentlemen here to make a withdrawal from my fine bank?
Yes.
No, I'm kidding with you. No, we just live here.
Oh, I was going to say we're looking for the safe deposit boxes.
Oh, they took all them in the back when the bank shut.
We should have found this out before.
Do you know who bought it out by any chance?
Maybe. Wouldn't happen to have, sandwich on you. Bit of a tipple.
Do you want to give him? You want to give him 2 points of credit rating?
Two?
Yeah,
I have
Diamond and
7.
gold
That's
based
like
sandwich.
$12 billion.
That's the thing. You give him all this credit rating, and then you watch him get beaten to death by everyone else around him.
It would be a point of preparedness to have a bottle of something suitable.
Or just a sandwich. I mean, that's what he's asking for.
Bruce, can you whip this gentleman up a sandwich real quick?
Bruce brings the tray out from somewhere and just opens it up.
Asks if the guy wants beef or turkey.
Yes, and he takes both sandwiches.
Of course I have a sandwich.
Yeah, so
What's that a prepared to spend, by the way?
no, not a spend.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So, yeah,
What if I
yo. So, what's the bank owe you money or something? There's no chance you'll get any of it. Went up in 33. Earthquake was the last straw. Broke the camel's back. Plum ran out of money. Everyone came here to take it out, and it wasn't here. And then you heard the FDIC? Yeah, Federal something Corporation. Yeah, came through about a year too late, and just kind of took over the books, emptied the place out. Oh, good sandwich,
So
by
the
the way.
feds have it. Bruce says thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, they kind of turned up, emptied the place out, took anything that wasn't nailed down, and then left it open for us guys. Since then, it's been a rather eclectic commune. You're being watched from every corner, by the way.
That's expected.
We should perhaps leave.
Well, we just need to now find this. Can we at least poke our heads in the back just to make sure? So they took away all the safe deposit boxes as well, then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the feds have it.
Yeah.
The feds have it.
Great.
I'm bad at feds.
So the
Well,
accounting,
the problem is,
accounting will tell you that the FDIC is the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. So it's basically
okay.
they're there to stop the banks foreclosing on people's accounts.
Huh.
Yeah.
So basically,
means-
It's bank insurance for if your bank runs out of money and people are asking for money.
Well, that means that we must be able to access the box.
I mean, yes.
We just have to find where exactly they're holding it.
Well, we just got to go to the phone book and find out where we could find the office of these fine gentlemen.
Yeah. So you quickly
Really
leave Boyles to his lovely sandwiches.
Yes.
Yep.
As you see, you kind of see other people kind of close in on him.
That's what I was expecting to happen.
That's why I asked if he wanted one or the other.
Yeah.
You can wolf one sandwich, the second one, not so much.
He's doing his best. He's on the counter as you are out the door.
He's fighting just to go against everybody.
Yeah, he's fighting to try and get the second sandwich in his mouth.
You gotta fight for your right to sandwiches.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. It won't take you much. It's just a simple search of phone directory to find out the Los Angeles Federal Building location. And then, of course, you can hop back in the cab. I'm assuming you're told to stay. And drive off to location.
I'm surprised the cab still has wheels.
The cabbie has rested a pistol on the dashboard.
where do you think Bruce has been hanging out?
With a spiked baseball bat, probably.
No, he's got these amazing little forearm group things that kind of flick out blades.
He's just carrying his Brucerangs, you know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wearing his Bruce suit.
All right, so now we're probably someone's going to have to deal with feds, and our cop talk man is not here.
I have Flattery 4 and Reassurance 1, and Assess Honesty, apparently. I must have picked that up last session.
Well, I don't think we need. I mean, if this organization is how I understand it, they basically just hold the stuff until somebody comes and claims it.
They may
Maybe we have to pay some money to them or something.
Yeah,
but
we may have to. Pay
I don't
like,
think that's going to be like we have to talk them into letting us have it. It's just like, oh, you're here for this? Okay, well, here's the fee. Here's some forms.
We also have the key and quite a lot of money. Does anyone have bureaucracy?
I got a couple
Somebody at the
points of that.
council?
Good.
Alright, so you walk into the building. It's not a large one. It's kind of like a single floor office. There's a secretary and there looks like 6 to 10 desks knocking around. One of them in kind of like the end office. They've kind of obviously sectioned off the big man's room. The
It's not that big a place. We probably shouldn't all go in.
Receptionist is going to look bored, so who's heading in?
I will stay at the car.
Yeah, Mr. Tobin will head in.
Can I help you?
Yes, we're here to retrieve some property from a relative of ours. It was apparently seized from a Long Island bank back in 33 or so.
Oh, okay. 1 second. I will just go and find the person in charge.
Thank you.
And she'll come back with a kind of like balding porched man. Kind of goes, "Oh, hi, yes. My name's Marv Burlington. You said you have something to acquire? Something we've seized from Long Island?"
Yeah, safety deposit box of one Mr. Douglas Henslow. I got the key right here. It was passed on recently, and we're just securing his effects for the family.
Yes. So, everything that was worth anything was, taken off to the federal warehouse. I've got the address here somewhere. Yes, here we go. But, it's not really a easy access situation.
Oh, we gotta fill out some forms, or how do we do this?
I can offer you a point to spend.
For what?
For bureaucracy.
Yep, I got a point of bureaucracy.
Yeah, spend a point of bureaucracy, and you'll spend half an hour filling out the forms, because of course you're not the direct owner. Their records are incomplete from Long Beach, Long Island. Is it the right place? So it says, I'll have the box here tomorrow afternoon. So that's okay by you?
That sounds wonderful. Thank you kindly.
Of course, it's been secured somewhere, so it will take I can't guarantee it'll be here any quicker.
Of course. Well, I just appreciate you helping me out.
Excellent. All right, and then he goes, I've got more work to do, so I'll leave you gentlemen be. I'm skipping over the stupid break into the federal warehouse scene.
Yes, that would be stupid, and none of us would do it.
Yeah.
Except maybe Discard, because he's already breaking and entering kind of criminal.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, it's almost a pointless scene and reading it through. It's just a way of like depleting a few of the random stuff.
It's more to deplete resources, and that's a major thing you do in Trail, is that you need to add in enough scenes where you have to force people to spend resources.
Yeah, but it's fairly easy just to move around.
It's also the fact that it's like, oh no, we're not going to give you this thing you clearly have the key to, because fuck you, we're the government.
Yeah. All right. I just think it's a bit stupid, so I'm just going to circumvent it. It's written in, you can do that quite easily, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a day later, you have a nice night in LA. And, maybe taking a shower.
Probably take a shower.
Yeah.
Clubbing hasn't been invented yet.
There's not?
What hasn't been invented?
Clubbing. Going to see the clubs.
Clubbing. I thought you said plumbing has not been invented yet.
No, plumbing is definitely invented. Best invention of the 21st of the 20th century.
Are we
affected already?
Are we still in Don't worry.
Long Beach?
No, sorry, don't worry, I confused myself.
Alright. So he'll return to the place in the afternoon, and the gentleman will bring out the box. You of course have the key.
Right here.
Yeah. He'll bring out the bank's key. Alright. He unlocks it, passes it over to you. Once I don't have to see what's inside, I just have to see you open the box.
Yep, sure. Take out the key, put it in, and kind of pull the door just a little bit to show it opens.
Yep, it opens. That's fine. Of course, the bank would have a separate room that allows you to enter it, but as the bank's closed, you're free to take it. The actual box isn't worth anything.
Oh, you have been a delight to work with.
Same to you. And he would wander off again. So,
Hey, free box.
free box.
Yeah, knowing this might be full of horrible, horrible things, I do not open it in public.
Bust it open. The guy watch you take out a book wrapped in human flesh.
Uncle.
Yeah,
He promised he wasn't going to do this sort of thing anymore. Well, maybe he didn't. Maybe this was the last one.
Anyway, so
I totally would have opened the box.
you return to the hotel.
Yep.
And you open
And
the
then
box.
I open the horrible
Then you open
box.
the horrible box.
In clear view of the entire
Of
party.
course.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone gets this sand check if there is one to
There's
have.
a book and an envelope.
sanity check. Sanity check.
Well, check
Turn
out
the envelope, read the
first.
book. Wait, no.
What was that, sorry? Which one are you opening first?
The envelope.
The envelope has got about a dozen fading photographs in it. They're of a orgy, is probably the best way to describe it. Between 3 and 6 people in various positions of sex. But it should be said that they're not like titillating at all.
It's very much not like intended to be.
This isn't porn. It's not properly shot. This is just
Probably blackmail.
This is random photos of stuff that's happening.
More like blackmail material or something like that.
So,
Could be used as such.
anyone going through them, we'll deal with that in a minute.
I mean, who has photography as a main question, or say art or
I
something?
do.
Photography person? Do you want to do to check these photographies?
Yeah, I mean, if there's anything relevant I can do with it.
Yep. Okay, so you go through the photos. Can I have a stability check, please?
Oh god. How
Sorry,
does it work
did
again?
you say check these photography or check these photography? I can't let that slip.
What's wrong with photography?
Simply
So wait,
roll-
it's
it's a 4 plus. 4 plus. It's non-mythos, so it's just a 4 plus.
do I know the loss
It's
potential?
1 point.
So just do a normal roll.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
don't-
no,
just
no,
normal rolls. Like,
Yeah. It's
I
just,
4 points not worth spending.
yeah. You've seen worse. You're a doctor.
yeah.
Not that type of doctor, but you've seen worse.
Well, I've got forensics and pharmacology now. I might actually be that kind of doctor.
Yeah. All right. So, half the photos are taken indoors. It maybe one or more residences. Hard to tell. They've got opulent but tasteful furnishings. A few photos are outside private gardens.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are from a working class apartment or servant's room. Everyone in the photos is well groomed. They've got elaborate jewelry, but there's no clothing, so you can't get social status.
Any faces visible?
Yep, there's one man in every photograph, Latin American descent. He's
Okay.
apparently the guy who's enjoying this the most.
The guy who got around.
He's the only person who seems to be enjoying every photo, and he's participating in every photo.
Okay, and I don't recognize anybody, right?
I'm just going through this.
Sure.
Edgar Job? Do you recognise Edgar Job? Because there's more information here for me, so I'm trying to figure out what
Okay, no, fair enough. Yeah.
what I can tell you without giving too much away. It's one of the few bits where it's written in a slightly confusing way. So Edgar Job's there. 2 of the photos, much younger than he was. He looks like the last decade's aged him horribly. As you probably expect for someone living in a mental facility.
Drugs do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have evidence collection or streetwise?
Yes, I have evidence collection.
Excellent.
Man,
I have
it's a
twice
really
a
bad
day.
week to not have the detective.
It's always a bad week to not have the detective, though.
Okay, you recognise Richard Spend. He is a
Who?
B-level actor.
Oh, okay.
Never trust an actor.
I mean, their job is professional lying.
It's one of them ungodly Hollywood folk.
Yep. And I can offer you a spend on Streetwise.
For what?
Okay.
For Streetwise.
I can use.
I
Swift.
don't have. Okay, well.
If you're going to do that, you're going to have to do the sanity check as well.
Sanity check.
I'll do the stability check. I'll take my stability.
Nope. He has not seen
You
worse.
definitely have not seen worse. That is not a natural angle to be standing.
That pornography. My very Christian upbringing does not like this. I'm a very Christian thief. Thank you very much. All right, so I took my lump, and I will spend my streetwise.
All right. When you hear the mention of Richard Spence, you kind of jump in because you remember the tabloids. He was found dead. Foul play was pretty much expected. It was kind of one of these things that this up-and-coming horror actor was found dead.
Found dead in a comedically improper.
Found dead in a barn.
You can't remember the details off the top of your head, but you just remember he's dead.
Found dead. Okay.
In 1924.
1924.
Which is when the cult stuff happened.
Yeah. Apart from that, that's about all you can glean from the photographs.
So we can take a wild guess that these probably are cultists here.
Well, we can probably glean that the actor was a cultist. He's the only one enjoying every.
The actor isn't the guy you recognise. It's not the Latin American guy.
Yeah.
So there's the Latin American guy in all the photographs, Edgar Job in 2 photographs, and Richard Spend in about 3 photos. Apart from that, no one else you recognise.
Okay, that's all we're going to get from the photos, right?
Yep.
It's too bad fingerprinting hasn't been invented yet.
And I guess I will crack open the book then.
It's a handwritten ledger.
Is that accounting?
Accounting.
A ledger, you say?
Yeah.
I will look at this. How many points do I have to spend at this cursed ledger, Gray?
All right. Where are you? Let's have a look what your skills are.
I have 2 with theology. I have accounting. I have
Okay,
architecture.
so it's encoded. So you tell us an accounting ledger, but it's done in such a way that it's you can't read it straight.
Some kind of a code, you say?
Yeah.
I can cryptographize this.
Yeah. Do you think this would take you a day or 2 to properly transcribe? You know, it's you can see there is a code. You think you can break it, but it will take you a day or 2 to copy it out. It's a fairly thick book as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bruce, get me a secretary. There's going to be a lot of writing going on, and another drink.
What year is this set again?
Sorry?
What year are we in? I forget.
36.
Okay.
It was 37.
37, sorry, you're right.
Before we bring it up, this reminds me of that one time we were playing Call of Cthulhu, and we basically paid a uni student to read
that is one of my favourite stories of Call of Cthulhu ever.
No. The secretary is to take dictation because I'm not wearing my arm out writing all this down.
But yeah.
Please, I can pay someone to do that for me.
You know, the bit when I was reading the thing, she said aloud, "This will happen." I think this could be amazing. Wham!
Oh, that's going to happen.
Uni student fucking turns to dust
in the middle of the library. Oh, that's
nice.
Great.
That's awesome.
You hadn't even paid him his $20 yet.
That's perfect.
Did you at least pay his next of kin?
What? We didn't know much about this boy. We were professors. We think we understand we know what uni students' names are.
You needed somebody who could speak ancient Sumeric or something like that, and you just asked around till you found someone and said, "Here's £20 to read this book for us."
The literal definition of collateral damage.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, that's easy money. It was not.
No. All right. So, are you spending a couple of days,
Yes.
Yeah.
I will spend the time to decipher this ledger.
Excellent.
I suppose. I mean, what else are we doing? Is the police or something? Stuff that can wait.
That would be me and him working this one for accounting plus that, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that's like time sensitive.
No,
Nope.
not at this
Plus,
point.
we got a spending account, so we're good.
Yeah.
Most of you
I'm
disappear
not
down
hiring
to
a
the bar.
second secretary.
So most of you disappear down to the bar, and you get to work on decoding the book.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The next morning after an all-nighter, well, the next evening after an all-nighter, we'll say, you have rendered everything out into mostly understandable.
Smoked every cigarette within a 4-block radius.
Yeah.
That's for sale.
The room has gotten 3 shades darker due to the nicotine staining.
Most of it was the secretary.
Most of it was me. Thank you very much.
So there's still plenty of code names in here. Slick, Moses, Umbrella.
Okay, so
Are those separate names, or is his name Slick Moses? Because that's an awesome name.
No, those are all
Slick Moses is great.
they're all separate names.
Oh, okay.
Slick Moses.
Slick, Moses, Umbrella, Black, and Town Car.
The only problem is that
Moses
it's
or
Slick
Moses Umbrella.
It's Slick Moses and Moses Slick. It's confusing.
We only did that last campaign. Thank you very much.
Yes.
It seems to be tracking sales of something called N. It's tracked in very small volumes of liquid ounces. This is a book from original book, so this is not a copy of a ledger. This is actually a book that somehow they got a hold of.
Yeah.
Nice.
Savage doesn't use
Can I use
metric.
it wise to assume this is probably a leisure of illicit drug S materials?
I thought metric was widely adopted after. No, French Revolution. That's right.
Yeah,
This is from 1922 to about July 1924. August 22 to July 24.
I'm guessing this is them distributing their drugs.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it seems N is about a unit volume of N gets $3 retail, which is, it says helpfully here, it's about equivalent to buying a new car or a pair of glasses in the 30s.
Phew.
So yeah.
Imagine being able to trade a pair of prescription lenses for a car.
Yeah. Well, it's just a tyre, not a car.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
still,
a distinction, Gray.
sorry, did I miss
Sorry,
the
I missed
tyre
that
out?
part.
Yeah. So yeah, you're talking like 60 to 100 quid. I don't know what that is in dollars. I don't know what the
It's
tyre
probably-
costs.
$1 is
50
about half a quid, so
Yeah, so $50 to $80,
Yeah.
something like that. 40
Yeah.
to 80, I don't know.
A significant drug, a more significant drug S price of street drugging, probably.
Kind of pricey, yeah.
So this is their.
There is a slip added in handwriting you recognise as Henslow's, especially this guard who is very, very used to Henslow's handwriting, having made his notebook.
And Oblivion too, who also read
Oh,
that.
true. Yeah, but Ablative's not matching on with the book.
Added.
Yeah,
Right, but it's just you and me working through the book.
Yeah, you book casters. Discard would recognise it.
Go ahead.
It says that Black is Enchivara and
Is
Town
what?
Car is Butchwald.
Butchwald and Ativara.
Yeah.
Just make sure that was Butchwald or Butchwald.
Butchwald. Buchwald.
Okay. And Town Car, and that was Town Car, and
Town
Black
Car.
was whom?
Echivara.
Okay. So now we just need to put these names into Google and. Oh wait, that's not been invented yet.
Yeah.
yeah, I think Echivara was also the name of the cult leader. So
Oh,
It
okay.
seems, from the way it's written, it seems clear that Town Car is the accountant's name. Alright. Apart from that, that's a bit more sure you can get from the book.
Well, we have a few names now to go with at least.
Yes.
We have a few code names, and we know that someone has been selling drugs. Or some small, very expensive fluid substance.
fluid drug. Yeah, you would think that at these prices, there can only be like at these liquid amounts in these prices, it would only be like one hit, probably two. This is like even heroin gets more cut than this. So I'm just saying that these drugs must be one hell of a trip for just one dose.
All right. So you have several
Leads.
several leads now.
All right. So, are we going to go real quick? List them off again, if you could. What's popped up in our quest HUD?
Well, this Encharavo guy, he seems to be the cult leader. He had some connections to UCLA.
So we want to go to UCLA and see if we can find if this man was on any say teacher boards, staff registrars. Anyone
Yeah.
know?
Or we could try to track down this Butchwald guy.
So I can say this was what some of you guys can be doing while the book's being cracked. Yeah, you pay a trip to UCLA, but after asking around for a few hours, no one really seems to recognise the name. It's a fairly common name. So just saying Estrapara doesn't highlight anything usable. It's not like you can show the photo around either.
If only we could like zoom in and enhance and cut this man's face out instead of and then just use that proportion.
Yeah, even the face in most of these you probably wouldn't use.
Oof. Okay. So UCLA is a dud.
Yeah.
These guys don't really have much. We don't even know what the street name of N would be, so we can really get it. We can really reverse engineer what it was.
Not without even knowing the street name. Probably wouldn't help exactly.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we find which one would be the dealers would be, and then work backwards from there. But
isn't this thing like 10 years old? This journal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like arguably, it was the cult supplying this stuff, so I doubt it's in circulation anymore.
Well, we could also ask the police if they collared anyone for like drug deals with these names sometime around then.
Yeah, that would be my first look.
And we do have to go to the police for, what was it?
what was the
No
thing?
one remembers.
Well, just if they have any record of the whole incident in 1924.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. Except again, we don't have our policeman.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure someone else here has cop talk.
No.
Oh.
We spread out so that we would not double up on skills.
No one wants to talk to cops. What are you talking about?
No one but other cops wants to talk to cops.
This guy, you looked at the photos, didn't you?
Yes.
Alright, so an occult spend, which is mentioned somewhere else that,
All right.
separate from the photos.
I will
Not a spend, sorry, an occult score.
Yeah.
It looks like some of the photos could have had mystical significance. Some of the activity, in the photos.
We're talking about like orgy magic type deal. Sexomancy.
Blue magic.
Yeah.
Blech.
Well then, that's a great thing. I think that's the thing I want to think about.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they were doing They were doing shit cults do. Great. That's what I want to think about. But it seems like we would have to go to the police next. I will leave that to other people. I don't really like to talk to the cops.
I could use my credit rating
Is there
as
any
Peloton to talk to cops.
alternative spins for the talking to the cops, Gray, in the book?
Not that I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Yes, great. Please give us the secret to unlock the thing.
Yes. No, you actually have to do some investigating. I'm just here to make sure you don't stall out.
All right. Well, then let's go over to the cops.
All right.
I'll go break into
LAPD asking about some guy called Enchavaro. Gets you nothing.
Butchwald?
Butchwald again. No, nothing from that.
At the very least, I at least have bureaucracy.
From 10 years ago.
Well, we can
Yeah.
just ask about this big blow up in a barn in 1924.
Yeah, maybe also speak to the lead detective or something if they're
Actually, just a second. I've just found another section. Exploitive bureaucracy again. That's no, that's wrong. That's the one. It's all stuff you can't use. Again, the police is kind of all locked out by not having Serpentis here.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, can we go and grab Serpentis' character and
No, he's extremely hungover.
Yes.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
suffered
too
a
much.
fatal fear of flying and took the train.
I enabled the NPC AI and spit his cop talk.
Unfortunately, it won't work.
Serpentis, why?
Well, Gray, can I spend some of my credit rating to have a personal connection in the LAPD?
You mean to bribe someone?
No, I mean to know someone that I met, say, during boarding school or some such.
Maybe you're another police captain.
Maybe we have the same interest in horses. It's entirely possible.
The horses that go around in circles at high speed.
I'll allow a credit point rating spend.
All right, I will spend one.
So
Buy 7 point. It'll be back.
You basically start randomly going through relations and stuff like that until your name is recognised. So what was that? Sorry. You after some information on who?
Well, I'm trying to track down what happened to my dear cousin's father back in the 20s, some brouhaha in a barn. Apparently there was some fringe religious cult involved, or some kind of a giant explosion. The details are rather sketchy.
Oh, wait, that rings a bell. Wasn't my book, but... Just give me a minute. And he kind of disappears off into the back.
And then we never saw him again. He runs off with the money.
He comes out with a Tommy gun, loaded. No.
Bruce, hand me my, what's its name?
Elephant gun?
Yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Wait, no, the anti-tank rifle.
Right.
The one with the blast shield.
So I'm
What's
just
a tank?
checking.
Oh no, wait, our tank's World War One, obviously.
Wouldn't you be using rifle propelled grenades for that?
No, they had literal anti-tank rifles. That's actually all we should know is an anti-tank weapon right now.
20 millimeter.
Right, I'm just
Well,
checking various bits.
Yeah, I don't
This
think
is
they had
split into- this is
recoilless
split into-
rifles yet.
Yeah.
Pretty good on the sides, not too much in the front, but it does come with a blast shield, so it'll stop a Tommy gun.
And for the rest of us,
Stand behind the blast shield.
we're all huddled behind Terran's character.
Everyone's
It makes a cone of safety.
single file line.
Or just hit the deck. I mean, he's more likely to shoot the guy with an anti-tank rifle.
Right, yes, got it. Here we go. Sorry I had to dig you up. It's been half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're looking for the stuff that happened at the old barn. Yeah, a bunch of guys got killed there.
Sorry, a bunch of guys got killed there. Is that what we spent a credit rating for?
No. I've got the report coming up. Some guy will bring you up. But yeah. So
Yes.
just trying to find the right bits for this. It's just unfortunately spread across multiple areas.
No problem. We talk about the safari we had in last place this time. I can't remember. Cambodia, probably.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. We think the leader was some guy called Raymond Enchilada.
Raymond Enchilada.
Enchilada. That's what I'm trying not to say.
I mean,
Enchilada.
it's been making me hungry this entire time thinking it. All right.
I was avoiding it. I had avoided it until just now.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
I'm glad to undo all your hard work.
Oh, it wasn't difficult.
Yeah.
Not thinking about things.
Raymond Enchilada. That's the guy on here. We've got the report here.
Do tell.
He kind of slides it across.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell me that's for more cop talk, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to keep doing
I can
this.
offer you a bureaucracy spend.
Do we have more bureaucracy to spend?
Yeah, I got another point in
Did I
it,
ever
so
spend
it's like,
mine?
oh, please. And I'll go through it.
Alright,
I think it was a
so-
spin.
I can
I've
have a quick
flattered
copy.
I,
that
I
one.
remember Grace saying something, but then being like, "Oh wait, no, I've got that wrong."
So
This
we
is the
not.
bit that I got wrong because it's bureaucracy at a certain place or cop talk here. So if I bypass the cop talk with a spend, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, now it's a bureaucracy spend to get a copy of the report.
Yep, I got it.
That'd be great.
All right, so here you go.
Does it have the names of the officers who investigated the area? I'm assuming there was an investigation for this sort of thing.
Yeah,
You'd
but
hope.
they've all retired pretty soon after the incident, apparently.
Yeah, apparently
Something-
that was
something-
difficult on everybody.
So it gives you the location of the farm, because of course that's the address is written down. Don't actually have an address. Doesn't give me an actual address, so it's just the address to the farm. This Raymond Chavara as a name, and it just tells a story of her abusing a sex club for the wealthy and privileged who had a big orgy in a farmhouse that ended up in everyone dying. The police have no clue why. So the gathering took place, and the bodies were found in or near an unused barn in agricultural land that needs to be annexed by the county.
Huh.
The area is not farmed and was owned by Anchivara.
So was Ed Charava found dead, or
Yes. The barn was on fire when the police arrived. All the dead had been already expired. The remainder succumbed to their wounds. Most of the bodies were mutilated, but a few had been shot. Instead of or in addition to other wounds. Medical examiners' reports suggest wild animals were responsible for many of the wounds, as it was consistent with biting, chewing, rather than man-made weapons.
Okay.
Some of the bodies were found flagrante delante.
Flagos and then.
Naked.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's police way of saying, something was going on when they arrived.
Naked.
Naked and conjoined.
Hmm.
Raymond Javara's body was identified by his household servants.
Oh.
Richard
Okay,
Spen's body was identified by Yolanda Spetzel. 4 women, 6 men of varying description, half of which had been named. The other are all John or Jane Does.
So unknowns.
And Vincent Stack was identified from his private investigator's license from New Jersey. Claflin Clark identified at the scene, and Franklin Coleman Kilman identification on his person. Those are the 3 investigators who died.
okay, then they didn't find anyone alive at the scene.
No.
Interesting.
Of course
Yes,
not.
They did find them, but they all died of their wounds before they'd be questioned.
Well, we know some people to get away.
Cultists were either naked or wearing robes.
Was there a symbol on the robes or anything?
Not that they reported.
Dang.
Any identifying marks such as tattoos?
Still going through this. Stack's body was found with a shotgun. Coleman's body was found near the car. Wheelchair in the trunk. Then apparently dragged from the car. Clark's body was decapitated. Her head was never found.
Fancy.
Trails and blood and footprints leading from the scene suggest at least one or perhaps several individuals escaped from the events, but none were ever found.
Basically, it's retreading a lot of information we got from Hanslow back in the.
Confirming a lot of it as well.
There's a written report from police detective that debunks the idea that wild animals could have caused the damage because of the timeline. Basically, the building was still on fire and some of the people were still alive. So how could wild animals have moved in to gnaw on the bodies?
Clearly, there's things they're just trying to tidy up for the report.
Yeah. Chain of correspondence between city and county officials. Basically trying to get each other to take responsibility for this. And the city ended up having to take it.
Yeah, basically they wanted to bury this as fast as they could.
Yeah.
So
Added, your assess honesty, as you read through this, suggests that the circumstances were completely salacious and had media attention. None of the victims were well connected enough or as violent kids, so it wasn't needed to kind of suppress it that much. So they didn't make big headlines of it because it's weird cult stuff, but they didn't like hush it up because no one paid for it to be hushed up.
No one cared.
It made the
cared.
tabloids, at least.
The
Made
most famous person was a C-list celebrity.
He made the sortie back channels of the tabloids essentially.
Yeah, it wasn't investigated that much because it was like mid-jurisdiction. So, because it was recently annexed land, they both argued over who should be investigating it. And in the end, no one really did anything.
well, fair enough. Seems pretty comprehensive.
Yeah.
Well then, at least we have the address now. We can go and my guess it's been 10 years at least. But
Well, we can take
should.
some photographs of the place.
we could poke our noses around.
We should definitely see about the personal effects of that. The leader of the cult, if he was living at that barn, there may have been some outbuildings that survived the event. Have something interesting. We might want to speak to the servants, and we almost certainly want to see if we can track down at least one or two of the cops who investigated the scene. Hopefully, they're not all mad.
Right.
Hopefully, they're not all requiring cop talk.
Yep.
Sense.
Well, we can do that
sense
last.
Trouble.
We've all got it, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
I've
sure
picked-
we all have.
You all have it, but I'm picking one person.
Okay, well, who?
Added. Because I'm saying Discard and Terran aren't here for the police station. All right.
Scott and Terran. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because
Read-
they're you're doing this while they're cracking the books.
We're quicker in the boat than eating pizza.
Pizza.
Right. You've got you notice one of the detectives kind of watching you. And he's giving you the stink eye. That kind of, he's watching you for some reason.
Clearly, some sort of cultist.
Yeah, I do not say anything, so just make a note of that gentleman's face and/or badge if he has one visible.
Yeah, he's a detective, so he wouldn't have a badge.
Yeah, nothing visible.
Well, detectives do have badges.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have it. It's not on his chest.
That's true. He probably has it in his
Yeah, they have it in a wallet, don't they? I've seen enough of your cop shows. I know how this works.
I've played L.A. Noir.
Yeah, you get something to pull out. You got to have something to pull out and flash for 2 seconds in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm not challenging in there, not in the middle of the station. So.
All right, and that is pretty much everything you're going to get from that.
Okay. Well, I return to the hospital. Or can I get copies of any of these? Or
Yeah, you've got notes and stuff like that. So yeah, you'll have decent copies.
We didn't recognize the detective from the photos, do we?
No, it's not in the photos.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll bring all my notes back to the to our hotel.
All right. By the time you've done all this, I'll say this lines back up the cryptography. So you're all up to date with a bit more information.
Yay! And then the guys with guns break down the door.
Not yet, not yet.
That's in
Yeah,
two
this is-
scenes.
Yeah, this all seems to be wrapping up pretty neatly. So
Dark Master.
like we have a record of what happened, who was involved. Pretty much everyone's already dead, so it's like go there.
Yeah, that
like
means
maybe,
we're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, we go to the location, we take a few photographs, and I think we're pretty much done.
I mean, we still don't know why.
Yeah, she did. She was specific on the why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened
It's
is
useful to tell her that her father was chasing down a drug cult, but not why that broke him so much, because really that should just be... No.
he should just be telling people that as a matter of course. Something to be proud of.
Yeah, yeah, so me and the boys took our summer off to go hunting drug dealers.
Things got a bit violent. Got a little more violent. And we all...
And then everything. Then we all had our minds broken. Essentially each one of us went and withered away in our old years.
The other thing of interest
no
we'll find in
apparent
there
reason.
actually is you have Enchivaras. I keep saying enchilada now. Former address in Highland Park. So they've one of the notes says where he lived.
And that we definitely want to track down.
Yeah, absolutely. He probably had more fascinating books on the occult.
That's why we want to do this after all.
Yeah. So, you've still got a few more clues. What's your next line of attack?
Do we have more clues?
Yeah, you've still got a few things to follow up.
On Shirara's address, the address of the event where the event
of course.
Yeah.
the retired officers who investigated the scene, and maybe the servants.
We would have to get the names and everything of those people. But
Well, I'm hoping we got the names out of the report.
Yeah, and you've also got the celebrities you could look at.
Oh, and the celebrity. Yeah.
what would
I keep forgetting he's important.
What would the celebrities getting information? Would that be streetwise? Would that be what spin would that be, Gray?
Well, the only thing, that would be library use. No
I'll
spend.
have two of those.
A bunch of us have that as well. So
Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
What?
Give me 1 second.
Did you
Because
say
I missed this one. Sorry?
Huh?
It sounds like Terran's actually got like a martini or something in the background.
yes.
I mean, I did, but I drank it. It's gone. I'm just cleaning up a bit with my while we're doing things.
Yep, we just have to look up the microfilms of the old newspaper records of this
That's
actor
what
guy.
I'm just getting.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of home.
There we go. And save as. There we go. Wait for that to ping through to the photos.
Ah, things man was not meant to see.
It's a newspaper obituary.
Oh,
You're able to find quite easily.
Okay, so interesting from the name of the vampire mystery, and I guess
Great party.
somebody was cross promoting black nice black agents here.
Yeah, a little.
Yes. I'm glad someone spotted that.
That's kitty.
Stabbed to
Okay,
death at
so
masquerade party. Humble
died
apartment.
there.
Yeah, apparently found at the farm. More than a dozen victims.
Could have been anybody. And so he was a.
Wonder what the occult significance is of that black speck in the middle.
Somebody
It's
spilled
called-
coffee.
So
It's called a cigarette burn.
Tiny cigarette.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is from the
That's
Filmland Express.
between the and farm, covering up that second letter in front of farm.
Sorry, Gray.
This is from the Filmland Express, a paper of fine repute. And that's a scandalised tabloid.
Well,
Hmm.
Does it say who wrote the piece?
It's just, they all use assumed names. No one wants to say they're actually working for them.
I don't think this just here just proves that he's like, was that the person that was at the thing? It's not really that much. I think this is what we call an Easter egg.
So,
Do you mean a red herring?
Go ahead, Gray.
if you spend a bit of time going through like a few more of the Filmland Express kind of writings, because obviously they're interested in people like him, and you find a wide-ranging paragraph in a story about Echevarria's parties, which says Richard's friend was a regular fixture. It names three other movie stars: Meg Clayton, Brandon Grant, and Olivia Clarendon.
All right, so let's get a new thing. Can I get those names again, Gray?
Yep. Meg Clayton.
Meg Clayton.
Brandon Grant.
Brandon Grant.
Olivia Clarendon.
Olivia Clarendon.
We know what all these people look like?
We can find out.
Yeah, you can quickly find out that Meg Clayton and Brandon Grant are kind of like bit parts who never really made it. You know, they haven't worked in years. Olivia Clarendon was a B-level actor at the time, but she's now one of the best known actresses in Hollywood.
Are we saying that? Are we saying that down and out actors have been conned into a supposed sex cult?
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. One of them's made good though, because you probably all recognise the name Olivia Clarendon.
I'm trying to make a Scientology joke, but still,
I'm deliberately not getting it.
Yeah, we were all thinking it.
None of these three people are in the photos.
Well, Olivia Clarendon at least was another one of the people at these person's parties. Then
we can assume they're in other photos, just not visible in this one.
Yeah, or their backs to the photos, and or other bits of the photos.
Their faces aren't in them at any rate.
Yes.
Well, potentially we could go to the local Screen Actors Guild and see if they could connect us with Meg Clayton or Brandon Grant, so we could figure out what was going on at these parties.
Buttocks?
Sorry?
Excuse me, do you recognize these buttocks? No.
Well, then there's at least more names that they're on the pile.
Well, like I said, the Screen Actors Guild, the local one, might know where they are, so we could potentially track them down.
Well, to the Screen Actors Guild.
Yeah, and the last bit of information is that he's survived by his sister, Yolanda Spencel.
Oh, marvelous.
Okay, we look for Yolanda Spencel.
Who wants to pretend to be a fan?
I don't.
Well, she's not a actress.
No, of him.
Oh.
Well, you have flattery.
Yeah.
You're right, I do.
Is it like a lying skill?
Flattery. Flattery is.
You have Streetwise, Discard.
I have Streetwise, yes. What do you need for me to do for Streetwise, Taryn?
Lie about liking this guy's work?
You
can easily find her current address.
Okay. Let's go over and ask a lady about her brother's supposed thwarted family life.
Yeah. So the first thing you notice when you arrive at the address that this is no mansion. This is pretty much a flat in LA.
So rundown?
Not rundown.
Just not a mansion.
Not a mansion. It's not upper class. It's definitely like working class.
So we're saying
she's not well off.
She's not well off.
So credit rating.
My upper middle class top hat. No, the scruffy looking one.
He looks and he hasn't got the scruffy looking one, so he just punches the upper class one.
Upper middle class. Just scuff the brim of it.
And he punches it back. All right. You'll knock on the door, and middle-aged woman opens it. Yes. Can I help you, gentlemen?
So whose apartment are we at?
Yolanda
Got lost
Spencer's
in
his sister.
Is it Richard Spain's sister?
Yeah, Richard Spencer's sister.
Okay. Just got that clear.
And you gentlemen are?
Investigators, ma'am.
Look, I ain't done nothing wrong.
Your brother, though.
Look,
Okay,
yeah,
guys, this
not
goes
many
wrong.
people come after around Ricky, yeah. Got himself mixed up in some stuff. Couple of weird stuff.
Ah, yes.
A couple months before he died, he'd go to all these parties. He's in Javara or whatever. I say parties. Didn't invite me though, did he? Not good enough for him. Not good enough for him and his friends. I think they were filming, that type of pornography.
Indeed, scandalous.
Yes. Never really got any of the money though.
Yeah, it seems like he was.
See, used to have the high life, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah. Well, brother, sister of a movie star. And then he goes up and dies some druggy thing up in a farm, and next thing I know, I'm working as a servant for some bloody rich people. She wouldn't say bloody, but you know what I'm saying.
Some bully rich people.
Yeah. He's always sneaking around, coming, going, missed calls for his real work. I mean, what kind of person misses calls when you're an actor? I confronted him about it, but, I wasn't scared. I told him he's stupid, he's putting everything we'd worked for at risk for no reason. Just laughed at me, laughed in my face. Now who's laughing, eh? Who's laughing now? Nobody. That's Susan.
You sound slightly deranged.
She is very bitter.
She had
dreams of
imagine going from hot shit to I work for someone richer than me because my brother died is pretty embittering.
Yeah, she was all ready to ride this guy's coattails up to superstardom, and then he went up and died.
And also the fact that some yahoos have come to her door and just gave her an ability to vent.
Yeah, I did kind of get scared of him later on, though. He got moody, violent. He just sit in the chair, staring, drooling.
Drooling?
Really creepy. Drooling. Just sat like jaw, drool out corner of his mouth. Like he's on some drugs.
I think he was on the stuff. I do apologize, man. We're doing an investigation to a drug ring, and what your brother's name did show up. Hence why we come by. There were some sales of this thing in this ledger called N.
Yeah, well, the police did come home once before he died, and then all the time afterwards. Tabloids, everything. Managed to keep himself going for a few months on selling stories.
I have a question, ma'am? Would you mind we shift to his effects, or is they still around?
Oh no, I sold everything of value. Burned the mess.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah. But drugs. What was he reading? Do you have any drugs? I don't know anything about honey. No, it wasn't honey. What did they call it? It wasn't honey. Nectar.
Honey? Nectar.
Yeah, that's about nectar. Yeah.
That's
was that name of a film? Was the name of a hooker? I don't know. 10 years ago.
10 years ago, there was a film of the name of a hooker?
I don't know. He talked about nectar. It's weird.
That might be what he was taking that caused him to drool.
Discard clue.
What's the clue?
I'm not there.
You're here now. Oshin, or Oshino.
Alright, so something's probably just going over my head as a player here.
Yep.
But we'll leave that to smarter minds.
Anyone who's got their head in their hands, just wind back like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then
3
hit it. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Well, anyway, she doesn't know too much. She just knows her brother was involved in some kind of no-good cult, probably strung out on drugs.
At least we got the name of the drug.
We did.
Thank you.
At least one of them.
All right. Apart from that, she just tries to see if you're going to give her any money for the story.
We can
I
offer her a sandwich.
can give her. I can give. I can give
She'll
her.
take the sandwich.
Would it take a credit rating to give her a bit of money, Gray, or what would it take? Was that 0 so I spend to give her 20?
It's nothing to give her a bit.
What was it?
It's no spend to
You
give her a bit of money.
Okay,
Yes, I will pay her for this most excellent story.
Leave this nice lady to.
So,
At least a decent amount.
Arbitus, again with his success on it, she's telling the truth. In fact, you get this feeling she's in some way quite satisfied that she gets to do the "I told you so," even though he's dead. Any of you guys got sisters? If you got sisters, you should listen to them. All right, and that's gonna tap that one out.
Okay. Well, at least we have the fact that he was strung out on drugs and on nectar, and it seems like this nectar stuff has a violent withdrawal period if you don't have it on the normal. Then, if we can assume that the Chinamen who attacked us were also on this same stuff.
Maybe if we can find a sample of it, we should definitely keep it well contained.
If we can find a sample of it, I can analyze it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a great way to spend your sanity.
Let's not make any.
You would analyze it and test it on other people.
I'm not on your no. I mean the fact that this is probably something that they milked out of a creature of ancient night or something.
Okay, sure, but we don't know that.
You don't know. The players might be assuming that.
I mean, we know that. We have no idea that's true. At least not yet.
Yeah, as far as the characters, if you want to some sort of weird drug sex ring.
Yeah, it's like nothing. It's weird, but it's not weird.
Hollywood.
Yeah. It's Hollywood weird.
Yes.
Yeah, probably when the fire started, burned the supply, everybody pulled in some smoke and they started hallucinating.
That's an adequate explanation.
Well, let's. Do you want to go out to? So, what's our next lead? Do you want to go hunt down more people, or do you actually want to go out to the farm and see if we can find anything?
I think we've got enough. I mean, is anyone to talk to still?
Not necessarily, I think.
It'd still be nice to go to the farm and just take pictures and see what we can see.
Oh no, certainly go to the farm. I mean, before that.
Yeah.
Well, we could try to track down one of the actors who was actually in the parties and might actually know what's going on.
We do. So
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
We should have done that when we were at the Screen Actors Guild.
do we turn to the Screen Actors Guild?
I have a crown of preparedness that says we already did.
Yep, that'll work for me.
No, that's fair.
Thanks, Bruce.
Mine are all earmarked for Molotov cocktails.
That's fair. I mean, you could just mix some up as soon as we buy a car.
So you are going to have
Yes.
preparedness Molotovs on hand.
Yeah, I tried that argument last time and it didn't fly.
So you're trying to use explosives for that, not preparedness.
Well, spend a turn to make the stuff and use explosives. But yeah,
Alright, so can we have a sense triple check from somebody, please?
I'll take it.
random person or
I will take it. I am.
Anybody who wants to.
I'm putting 3 on this, and I will I will see if my spider sense is tingling.
3. Whoa.
My spider sense is tingling.
With 3, I would expect.
Now, there's something out. You think something's wrong, but you can't really figure it out.
Did I need to make it higher?
tingle insufficiently.
It's an opposed roll.
Yeah, you didn't see Grey roll the dice too.
Yeah, I dropped mine in the dice tower.
Okay.
You spent 3, but they spent 5.
I go and I I have this immediate I don't know, guys. When we're going on out there, let's make sure we bring the guns and the bombs.
I mean, yes.
They're safely in the trunk.
Should we rent our own car?
Let's make sure we take everything from a social economic rung that is not the lowest of society.
Okay, so we head to the farm, I suppose.
Or again, we could have talked to one of the actors. That's what.
Oh
we were
yes,
trying
yes.
to do.
Sorry,
Actors just
I forgot about.
It's
I
easy
forgot
to
that we
lose
spent a
track
point
of
for that.
I'm good for plan A.
So neither of those two are working. However, Clarendon is still working. And she will be kind of on set somewhere nearby.
Hey boys, want to meet a movie star?
want me to move this
So that's just kind of an oral history check, which I'm sure one of you has.
Do
No.
we?
Yeah, I have a couple points.
Okay.
Yep, that's a straight check. So you find she's out shooting, her latest movie on the beach. And, it's not a secret where she is. But there, of course, will be a security net around her.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much a kind of armed guard security net, a security net of flunkies and, managers, people who are trying to use her position to better themselves and are gating access to her.
Mm-hmm.
So if you rock up on there, you're going to have to do something to get past them.
Well, I guess we're now reporters for that Hollywood Inquirer.
That's if we
Still
never
no,
ever
sure.
want to get past them.
I was going to say, well, did I start rolling scuffling? And
I
I don't know. Investors in a new picture.
I am
Shadow?
filthy rich.
Yeah. I can offer you credit
Damn
rating.
respect.
I already spent 1.
I mean,
Spend
okay.
another
Before you
I'll only
before
be
you spend that one,
moderately
can we
rich.
come up with before you spend that one? Is there any other explanation we could plausibly come up with? Gonna take that silence as a no.
then I started rolling explosives, and
Who's rolling?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I'm the only one that has it. So by definition,
Look, I have neither bargain, bureaucracy, nor intimidate.
I have bargain.
oh,
Is bargain necessary?
No, bargain won't help. Actually, no, bargain might work. If you want to bargain your way into her.
I have reassurance if we'd prefer to not maybe owe someone something.
I can also let you in on a reassurance spend.
that's better than another credit rating spend, probably. How much reassurance do you have?
I have 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's a
mean,
lot of
I
insurance.
do have 2 points of theology. Can I knock on their doors and ask if they want to hear the good grace of God?
That'd be a no.
Okay.
That might have worked for the last person we interviewed.
So,
Yeah, maybe.
1 point reassurance spend, Greg?
2 point reassurance.
2 point. All right.
Yeah.
That I don't have to roll, do I?
Don't know. It's not a roll. It's just a spend. So yes,
Yeah,
you
we're-
managed to convince them. Oh, you go on, say.
I was just going to say, I'm working on the spec script. I'm calling it Busters of Ghosts. It's a working title.
Don't worry, it's all above board. Just a few questions, and then we're gone.
Yes, okay. And they'll kind of maneuver you through. They always like the idea of a new script. And you will meet Olivia Clarendon, done up to the nines in full Hollywood grease paint, which looks kind of weird to you, because remember black and white films do weird
Yeah.
things to cut shadowing. So if you ever watched like the Addams Family, the Addams Family
that's
house
always-
was pink.
It looks amazing.
It's like pastel colored. It's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It adds so much. I wish that they would colorize it with the original colors, just as a side by side.
Yeah, I'm just going to grab a picture of the people at home. It's just so
It
amazing.
does
Yeah.
look absolutely
That's the best
fantastic.
thing about historical games is that we always pull over just so we can just talk about history, which is
Yes.
That's part of
fascinating.
it.
We have how many history buffs here?
Well,
I'm not a
history buffs and people have access to Google and lots of free time.
The fuck?
Right, history buffs. Like I said, it looks fantastic. It's
Yeah.
exactly the kind of place you would expect to have creepy people who, dance with swords during normal family get-togethers and have giant trains they crash into each other in the basement.
What is? Oh, this is the Addams Family, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Huh.
to make stuff look good in black and white, you have to use random colours.
Yeah.
So
It was actually more about the
Really doesn't
shape
look that
than
random. It's great.
This-
it was more about the shape of the stuff a lot of the time. Who dropped?
This is oddly.
Hello?
Yeah, what-
Back.
Was that me? Who dropped?
no,
No.
That was me who dropped.
Okay.
this is very much makes a lot of sense.
It
So,
looks
yeah.
fantastic.
She's in makeup that makes her look a bit weird day to day, but looks like amazing on film, black and white film.
The wonders of contrast.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's all high contrast.
Oh, then.
Yep, so I'm going to say, oh, hello, Miss Clariding. We're working on a spec script that's all about Hollywood and occultism and cults and crazy rituals.
Well, laying it on thick there, aren't we not? Right
Well,
I expect you to drop the guy's name next.
Yeah,
That's on
it's all
point.
based off this this guy we heard the story back from like 10 years ago of this Escobar guy.
she,
Maybe
she visibly whitens when you mention the name.
that was a joke, but sure.
It's like, yeah, your name came up in connection to that, and we were thinking you might be interested in a picture about it.
Yes, this is not something I ever expected to be talking about.
Well then,
I was involved with Enchivara. I was up and coming. It was mainly to kind of, get myself into the
the social
the
circles,
circuit,
networking
yeah.
and everything.
I thought, some people were there. I thought it might be good for my kind of career.
Well, did quite a bit of climbing, but on this note, what much can you tell us about what was going on there? Actually, I should let Ada do the talking.
No, that's fine. You can chip in.
Well, you clearly been paying more.
Never.
You've been clearly paying more attention than I have, and I'm going to be
It's like,
driving blunting through this one.
oh yeah, I want to add all this authentic details about all this crazy Hollywood cult stuff. Like, you could star in it, or we could leave your name out of it if it doesn't appeal to you. But still, I
I'd
could
much rather
put
my
you in
name
for a
was
writing
left.
credit.
I'd much rather my name was left out of this. Just randomly because I was looking for it. That's the colours they used.
Flush, yellow, blue grease paint.
Yeah.
So everyone was essentially wearing a clown mask back in the day.
Yes. George Ayers invited me to the first one of these. Yeah, he was a UCLA professor. I was doing some research into a scenario for a film I wanted to write. And, I met him. He said there was a party. And, I went there. And pretty much I went to 2, maybe 3. At which point I realised how bad it was. He was a pervert. Probably Satanist. Or something like that. Even worse.
What makes you say Satanist?
weird cults, chanting, robes.
Orgy.
You know, as soon as it started getting creepy, I was out of there. Never went back. Never spoke to any of them again. All I know is that Ayers was a professor of ancient religions. Used to brag he was part of Anchivara's inner circle. That was him. Yeah, which I think it was him and some guy called Trammell.
Trammell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably best you got out of there. You heard what happened to old Mr. Spend, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that's horrible.
How you spell that guy's name, Gray?
Trammell.
Trammell.
Trammell. I'll copy it into... There we go. It's in chat.
Trammell. All right. And this is the guy who was supposedly the ancient religious buff.
No, that's Ayers.
Ayers.
Ayers. I'll see how you pronounce that.
Spell it.
I've just put it in chat as well. Ayers.
Ayers. Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't kind of well in, but I was one of the parties and just kind of looked in the wrong room, and yeah, there was stuff going on there that I wasn't going to be anything part of. I just 10 years later still got the image of what that was happening in that room. Can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot recently.
You didn't happen to recognize anybody in the room, did you?
No, I say just random people. I say Spence was the only person I really knew, even if I didn't even know him that well.
Well then.
But yeah, the couch, just the couch.
The couch, you say?
Yeah, no, I don't know if it was just like the weirdness of the place, the pressure, but I swear it had a mouth on it.
Where was this party? Where were these parties taking place? Was it at his
Anchivara's house.
The house, not a barn.
No, not a barn. No, I never went near a barn.
Okay, so
just turning up to a party in the house was fine, but yeah, turning into a barn was just weird.
I wonder if his estates are still around. We could probably acquire there.
Well, looks like you're a smart and successful lady, miss.
With a good head.
Yeah, I've managed to make myself good now.
That's for the best.
If this ever comes out...
we ain't saying a word. We'll just credit you as Jane Smithy.
Yes, that sounds like it's for the best. Actually, I've just found... That is a colour photograph of someone who's recreated the black and white makeup.
That's a lot more subdued than I was expecting.
Yeah, but it still makes her look like she's been up for like 2 weeks.
Makes her look like she's very bruised.
Yeah. Also, it probably depends what era of black and white.
Yeah, that's true. Depending on what sensor they were using, it probably had different exposure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I think we've gotten what we need from this lady, so we can thank her and leave her back to her filming.
All right. And then, as you come out, it will be time for another sense trouble roll for somebody.
I'll do it again.
Will you succeed this time?
I hope so.
We will find out, because I'm going to spend 4.
Where's that gone? Where's that sidebar gone?
Spider sense. Tiggling. God damn it.
You're saying it's failing.
That's not bad.
There's a spider on your arm.
Pretty sure I can beat it, though.
It is a 6.
Ooh, okay.
Did I give you
re-roll with the same values.
Same modifiers or what?
Yeah, same modifier. It's a draw.
Okay. Well then.
Good work, discard.
Spending big. The sale, Tim.
Oh yes.
Eat it.
Good work, discard.
Alright. You'll notice you're being watched by somebody. Trench coat, hat,
A fedora.
fedora, yeah, proper fedora. Smoking a cigarette.
Handling explosives.
I will nudge Gato's hat but dog's body to nudge him that we're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your man
Bruce.
again? Bruce. I'll nudge Bruce to let Gato know that we're being watched. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything just went
I don't
by.
have any kind of stealth that would let me sneak up on that guy.
Okay, do you want me to do shadowing on the man, Craig? Can I shadow this man?
Well, he's watching you at the moment, so.
Do we recognize him, or is he too far away?
He's kind of standing at the other end. I kind of like you've realised you've probably seen him like another time.
So we realize we might have seen this guy before, maybe shadowing us before.
Yeah, you think you've seen him at like the other location.
Is he following us or is he just watching us?
He's following and watching.
All right. Is it possible to lead this man into a location to say we could like corner him at all?
We all wander into a dark alley.
Right, you wander into the dark alley, and
We're all dead.
he will follow.
He won't follow?
Yeah, he will follow.
Okay.
And he'll kind of like he'll bring up his like coat, like to point at you, with his hand in the pocket.
Oh.
What the hell are you doing in Los Angeles, eh? Why don't you go home, back where you belong?
We're doing some sightseeing, I guess. We're seeing the local color.
Discard.
Go ahead.
You're not there.
Accent.
I'm not? Okay.
You said you went.
Who is him?
Did you go in the alley as well?
Well, I'm in the alley. I thought he was.
Okay.
I'm the one who marked the fact he was. I'm the one who saw he was there.
Presumably,
Yeah,
we're all in the alley.
I kept walking.
Yeah, but I say he's only going to move in if you split. He's not going to try and take
Oh, okay.
you.
I'll
Well,
split
then,
off. I will split
good
off.
luck, Discord.
Pull him in.
I
Okay.
kept walking. Told Bruce to go buy me a cigarette, and if I don't see him following me, then I'll double back.
Right. What the hell do you care? Yeah, what might or might not have happened in 24 hours?
Money, my good man.
Look at you, fucking academic. Out your depth. What you do, sit at home behind a desk, eh? Why don't you go back to your desk? Shame something happened to you or your family while you're across country, eh? Shoving your nose where it doesn't belong. Huh? So brings the coat up again.
We're not looking to jam anybody up. I'm just gonna write a book about it. Gonna change the names.
I don't think you're there.
I'm this close.
It was my idea.
He's going to step forward and he's going to
No, fair
swing a
enough.
blackjack at you from his pocket.
Well, blackjacks always go last. So
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
do.
swing a
No,
scrap.
this is him stepping up to actually like initiate he's the aggressor, so he goes first.
No. If you look at the thing, blackjacks go last in the book.
Yeah, but this is a round pre-round. This is him initiating conflict.
Okay.
Surprise
okay.
round.
Surprise round. That's the best way of saying it.
Okay, wait. So
Alright.
who is and who isn't there now?
I am there.
I am there.
You said that he would only do this if the rest of us split off.
It'll take 2 or 3 of you.
Hmm.
So,
Does it anyone want to be the third?
Ablative, do you want to
If
be the
not-
third? Ablative?
I'm willing to be the third.
All right. So I think he's going to step forward and cosh Herbert then.
Oh, why?
Well, you're the easiest to hit.
Because
Well,
you're the
actually,
giant
I
five
should
win.
have the 4 to hit now.
You got the 4, but yeah. So it's a straight D6 damage.
Dang. Why is
Wait,
Herbert always getting hit?
Wait. Blackjack, straight
Oh,
D6?
God.
Yep, his blackjack is anyway.
Oh. Was
Actually,
he
no,
His
it's
blackjack.
-1, so it's only 5 points of damage.
There we
Oh,
go.
okay.
Yeah, no, I was reading that wrong.
Like light
The rev-
pistols
Oh,
are
no.
D6.
I mean-
The revolver in his other in the coat pocket is a straight D6 damage. The blackjack in his other hand. So he's still covering you with the resolver, and he's just walked in and smacked you. It's like, yo, get out of here!
Well, I'm going to step up. With a scuffling pull of 10, I'm going to step up and initiate combat back at him with my fisticuff to his temple with my
Can't increment this properly. What the hell?
I'm gonna do that with my brass knuckles.
Alright,
So 8 to hit,
you hit.
and this is gonna be at -1 because of brass
Should
knuckles.
just be able to scroll up and down with the mouse wheel.
It should
what-
be, but it's not working.
1 damage.
No modifiers, just scroll.
Alright. So, this is daylight. You know, in the middle of not far from a movie shoot. I doubt he's just going to fire the pistol, so he's going to swing at you with a blackjack.
Fair enough.
He's going to throw another few points into that to make sure he hits.
And back. What did I miss?
We're currently being cautious.
They're getting mugged. I'm getting another pack of cigarettes.
Why do I have no weapon skill again? What's going on?
Did you move it on over? 1. So was that me, Gray?
That was you. It just kind of slightly grazes you.
Well,
-1.
well, it's because he's using blackjack.
He's using a blackjack.
Oh, right.
He's not going to start
Oh, yeah,
blazing.
because unarmed is -2.
Well, unarmed is -2. Armed weaponry, like scuffling weaponry, is -1, and guns are flat.
Yeah, great.
Well, anyway.
It's not reading my weapon skill for some reason.
Mr. Tobin's going to step up and support.
Right,
I
you
think
hit.
by support, you mean beat his head in?
Just banish him to the Shadow Realm.
What are you beating him with, Mr.
Oh,
Tubman?
sorry, that should be a -2 since I'm just using my fists.
You're not using your magical rope?
I didn't bring it to the middle of a movie set that people would have. When I'm meeting an actress, people would have gotten ideas.
This is.
Yeah, I think
Let me show you my rope trick. You just pull out a flute and start like playing, and it starts going up.
Yeah, Carter, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out. The combat track is busted, so I can't
It's
see
not
what's going on properly.
I don't think we're doing anything. Were we doing anything with the combat?
We're not doing it through the combat tracker.
Oh, okay. Well, that's updated then. Okay. How are other people hitting him?
We're punching him. We are basically having a fist fight in an alley with a man who decided to have a gun he's not going to be using.
It's a failed mugging.
It's a fail.
Failed. My
So,
so are we
use your weapon.
trying to take? Are we trying to take him alive?
I mean, we probably
Sounds
won't.
like a good idea.
We probably won't shank him to death.
Well, that's a-
Clearly this man is trying to scare us off. So you can shank him.
I couldn't see anywhere in the book where it talked about like equipment and stuff.
You are if you have the base thing, you're assumed to have the base equipment for. If you want to say you have a knife on you, like you spend a preparedness roll to have a knife or.
Well, I mean, he's got weapon skill 7, so
Okay, yeah.
I'd like to say
we will assume you have a you have.
scalpel.
Oh no, I know a jackknife, like one of those paring knives.
Would you like a bone saw?
It's a dark alley. You could pick up like a brick or a pipe or something, maybe.
An amputating chainsaw?
For his normal weapon, I'll stick with a scalpel.
Okay.
Are you a medical man?
Yeah, he's not a doctor, but I picked up forensics.
Well, you don't really.
Syringe full of maple? Morphine? Do we have morphine?
We do not.
I probably have more.
Do not use the syringe gun in
Probably
this game, Taryn.
Unfortunately.
Why not?
But either way,
So you use a -1 weapon to stab this man,
basically.
or a kosh, or or say a club.
Yeah.
All right, spend and we'll see what and roll.
You miss him.
Yeah.
Wait,
Actually, you have to roll to hit first.
you rolled the hit first, not the damage.
Yes. Sorry. So wait, do I roll d6 or what?
You roll d6 plus any points you want to spend from your weapon skill.
Let's spend. Have we hit him before? Sorry, I'm distracted.
He has been. I have done 1 damage to him.
I did
Okay,
some.
I'll spend a
One some too.
couple of points.
You Jackie Chan'd him for 2 damage.
No, but I still missed anyway because I'm bad.
Well, no, you didn't miss. You just didn't.
At this point, he's going to fully bring the pistol out and level at you and start backing out. It's like, just get out of town. Don't make me come back. He's going to like kind of try and flee the alleyway.
He's gonna roll his fleeing skill, Gray?
Yep.
Or can I go for a tackle?
If only I had shadowing.
He doesn't actually have flee. This would be an athletics.
I hate
Oh,
my
no
internet.
Okay, wait. Can we let him? Okay, I'll take OT's Terran's idea. Can we let him go? Can I shadow him?
Yeah.
Does anyone have shadowing?
I have shadowing.
He has shadowing.
Okay.
He's
I
a
think
shadowing
that's
knows this is his
why
job.
he brought it up.
That's what Terran brought.
Terran brought it up, and I think he said he
Was
didn't
that-
have shadowing.
No,
That's
I'm
why I
saying I think that's why
would be
Discard
the
is
fir-
now bringing it up because he does.
So great. What would be the difficulty for this?
Infinite.
No, probably quite. He's watching.
So say 6, 7.
Probably more like 5.
Okay, 5.
Because he's watching, but he's also kind of not expecting you to follow.
All right.
So,
You know
yeah,
what? I'll
5.
go. I will push this up to doing a 4. Do a +4 in shadowing then.
Oh, you really want to make sure you're following.
5
Just,
work.
just as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Good work.
Also, I can lead other people along with it because this could be used as a group skill as well.
All right. So actually no, this is an opposed roll.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So his against versus his. Now it was his shadowing versus
Versus
your
mine.
sense trouble. Now it's your shadowing versus his sense trouble.
Ah.
Yeah, he sees you and just like just turns, just like brings the gun up again, even in the street, and just fires like one round above your head. He's not aiming for you, but he just panics everybody. So screaming people go in every direction now.
Well then.
And he's kind of like tries to use that to try and disappear down into the alleyway.
Do we stop? Do we pull back? Do we pull up now or no?
Want to get shot?
Yeah.
Let him go.
Fair. If I had known this was a post check, I would have spent more.
Yeah, so do you want to reroll then?
Just once.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to reroll? Like roll a new set or spend more points or what, Gray?
Reroll, but spend what you want to spend.
Okay, I already had 4 on it, so you know what? I'll spend 2 more as well. I'll push this down to it'll be a +6.
Yeah.
There.
All right. So now, rewind. The bullet sucked back into the barrel of the gun, and you successfully follow him.
Okay.
When takes some
Insanity.
sanity damage for having seen things that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And
We'll take
he
a
kind
point
of,
of-
gets into a car. Just a standard,
Do we?
beat down car you'd expect any private investigator or mobster to have.
Can we note his license plates?
Yep, you can easily get his license plate.
Okay. Well,
And
no.
he'll drive off.
All right. So, let's go cross-reference his license. Can we cross-reference his license plates? If we had,
That would need some cop talk. Definitely.
yeah, top talk.
Snake!
I go. I grab the marionette strings and interpret his character along to go use cop talk. I'm a criminal. I'm not supposed to have cop talk. Oh wait, frog. I had a great. I had a my class skill.
Your
What
class
if
skill.
My class skill
Yeah,
for as a criminal, I had the ability to, if I were to fail a shadowing check, I could force it to succeed at 2-to-1 costs.
Oh yeah, you can spend things after the roll because you're a criminal.
Yeah, that would have been at least 6. I don't think I don't have that much. Yeah, I get that.
No. I'm happy with the reroll. I should have said it was a post roll. Still learning the system.
Same here.
Liking it though.
I am too.
It's flowing quite nicely.
Well, it is made to flow nicely. It is literally just GM talks at you, prompts you for a spend of some resources, and it's much more cinematic than it is explorative.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, you can't do anything about that. But you feel free to make a note, and if you're still alive next week, which you probably will be with half an hour, hopefully Samantha will be back.
Hopefully,
Hopefully.
back. But so you're saying it could be of a private detective or a mobster.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nondescript car. And he doesn't look police. It's not like a police car or anything like that.
We flag down a cab and say, follow that car.
You can do if you want.
Well then, everybody, do we want to
Yeah,
bite?
sure we'll.
Hell no, I don't want to follow the crazy man who's shooting at us.
He didn't
He
shoot
didn't
it.
shoot at you. He just threatened you, and he cost you a few times.
Oh, yeah, true.
Crushed me specifically.
Yeah. Well, he hit this guy as well for one point.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, for 1 point.
He roughed this up a slight amount, but I mean, do we want? I mean, it is a lead. Do we want to do this the bull terrier way?
No one's sure.
I know.
No.
I want to do it. I really want to do it. Well, it's either. Here's the thing. It's either this or we go. It's either this or we go. Go off to the barn, to the guy's estates, and that feels like that's the end game
Yeah, sort of climatic thing.
of this part.
I think we should check out his home before we check out his barn.
Yeah, I know, but that feels. But the thing is that feels like more the end gamey part of this, where we'll run into more people trying to shoot us. So
We could run into people trying to shoot us anywhere, though. I mean,
Yeah, honestly.
fair, but
there are lots of people apparently who want to shoot us.
yes, people who will cautious and
Sure. They at least rough us up a bit and tell us to get off the case.
as one would say, he just tried to caution us.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mm.
And if there's one thing I know from watching too many cop stories, it's that when someone tells you to get off the case, that means you're on the right track.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Pretty much what this guy's here for.
They tell you to turn in your gun and your badge, that's why you have a spare gun.
That's, what about spare badge?
Well, yes, that too.
Well, they told you to turn in your badge. You're not supposed to have a backup one of those.
You're not supposed to have a backup gun either, but while we're breaking rules.
Yes, you are.
All right. So, well, we will make. Oh, you know what? I'll just make note of this guy. We can use cop talk later on when Serpentis is present,
Mhm.
and we can
All
just
right.
we can spend all the preparedness to hit the retro that in. All right.
Well, we've got the license plate. We can just check it next session.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Okay. Where do we want to go next?
So you've got a few leads still, haven't you?
Or we could go to UCLA and check out this errors guy.
That's a plan.
Yeah, he's viable.
Back to UCLA.
Yeah. This time with a proper name.
With an actual name.
Yep.
Now, does anyone have academic talk?
I have. Let's see. Do I have?
I don't
any?
think academic
Talk, but
is
for
this.
nerds.
I
mean,
technically me, depending on what we're doing.
I have like 3 different skills
wait, wait.
relating to.
He's an ancient history buff, right? He's an ancient religious buff, right?
Yeah.
I
Oh, you have religion.
have
theology.
I have like 3 different skills relating to academic pursuits.
Yeah, and I have history, so between us, yeah.
Architecture, geology, cryptography.
Right.
Oh, Ray, was that a spend on cryptography when I decoded the book?
No.
Okay, just checking.
0 points for both accounting.
That's it. Yeah, for core clues are always 0 points.
Right, it was core.
Yeah. The extra stuff is what you spend.
to
Right.
survive later on.
Let's have a quick look at your skills as you arrive at the UCLA.
At the very least, we've got to be able to use bureaucracy to get through something.
We have.
It's just more what information I should be giving you
Or
or not giving you. It's the case it normally is.
a blade of hawks over bureaucracy the same way I hawk over accounting.
No, I don't.
Alright.
I'm just pointing
So-
out that
And me with cryptography.
Added. How old is Tobin?
He is 38.
Oh, let's just sneak in there. Discard.
Uh,
How old is your guy?
26.
Right, so it is Tobin this time. You kind of the name Ayers kind of rings a bell to you because you have a former academic background. So yes, this is definitely you. You remember controversial academic papers published in the early 20s. which you think you could probably find quite easily, with access to a library.
Cool. They should be at the UCLA library, especially if he was working there.
Right. So.
To the book depository.
Yes, to the book depository.
Most people just call it a library.
The Room of Madness.
Well, actually, the book depository is a separate part of the library where they keep like old, out of print stuff that's not on the shelves.
Yeah.
Still in the library, and the primary location of it is the library.
Right. Yeah. So yes, a quick check to the library finds that he was tenured to this university, and was starting a dig in Ethiopia in 1924. Led by a Spanish archaeologist named Bartolo Acuna. I shall copy paste that into chat. But yeah, it's kind of quite a controversial paper, just generally on like the origins of religion. Alright, arriving at UCLA after doing that, a quick check at the directory lists him as having an office in one of the dozens of neoclassical buildings.
Not the neoclassical buildings. The modern neoclassical.
I don't think modernism exists yet.
Thank God.
And the planet is better for it.
Actually, I may be misremembering, but I think it might be a new thing at this point.
Oh wait, no, late 19th to early 20th. So actually,
you're
we're
right.
probably near postmodernism.
Ugh.
So yeah, you have an office.
We go to the office.
You have to ask a few students the directions, but it's fine.
We don't talk. Go ahead.
The door, however, has a different name on it.
Well, of course
It has the name Dr. Miles Roman.
Well, we will knock on this door. We'll knock on the door.
And it's opened by a youngish professor. Says, yes, can I help you?
Oh, sorry, I was looking for an old associate of mine who used to have this office. Mr. Greg Ayers?
Oh, Mr. Ayres. Yes. This is a bit embarrassing because this technically is his office.
But
But he's not been here for... Well, I took over in this room over in 1925 because he hadn't been here for a year. I've not seen him since. So yeah, my room was quite small. I was sharing a room, and this place was just going empty. So I thought I could always apologise and move out. And then it never really happened. So I kind of got comfortable here.
do you have any of those old effects?
I had them shipped off to storage because there's no idea when he's coming back. So we just stuck it down in the basement.
The basement. Clearly not ambush territory.
And no idea where he would have went?
No, I say I started after he'd left. The
Nice.
place had already been empty for a while. I mean, it's a bit of a coup, really. I think a lot of people were quite angry they didn't think of it first, but it's very rare for tenured professors to just go missing. But,
Yeah.
I don't know, the university never seems to have taken him off the roll, so it's still his office. But they also don't seem to be upset with me using it. So everyone's a winner.
Thank you for keeping the light. I'll sure he'll thank you for keeping the lights on and the thing's not dust free.
Yeah. Something. Let us go rifle through his materials. As a fellow person of interest with theological matters.
Gray, we have no idea what this Ayres guy looks like, do we?
No, not a clue.
Or what his first or last name is, whichever that isn't.
I think you would have been told his first name.
We're investigators investigating.
George Ayres.
Okay, just making sure it's not an anagram of Bartolo Acuna.
No. You definitely would have seen George written down on one of the paperwork you've seen.
Okay.
Alright, apart from that, he doesn't really know much about him. He just stole his office.
Borrowed. He
man.
intends to give it back.
Not after now. He's been in here for nearly a decade. It's pretty much his office now.
Yeah, he's not giving it back.
I love watching academics fight over an office.
Sounds very
Gets vicious.
so cool.
So,
Yeah, we should head to the storage of probably on University.
okay. So, you kind of head down, and like there's a secretary sitting there. Yes. Can I help you?
Oh, that attitude.
Deploy the flattery.
Bureaucracy spend.
Flattery
No,
spend?
well, it's not a spend. It's straight up bureaucracy.
Yeah, this
Yes, can I help
doesn't
you?
sound like.
Oh yes, I was writing a book based on the work of Dr. Ayres, and I just need to retrieve some of his old material just for reference.
Oh, Ayres. That's a name I've not heard in a while. When?
Yeah, he used to work with him as a graduate.
Oh, yeah. That's I heard he went off to Ethiopia. I kind of thought he'd be away for a semester or two. He's a bit of an unsettling individual, if you know what I mean.
He's a big old weirdo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can we double check
Yeah.
if they saw him before or after the date of the of this incident that went down?
No one's going to remember that much. It's a decade ago.
Okay.
He's kind of like, he was there, and then he probably wasn't spending much time on campus before that. So he's tenured. Yeah, he does what he wants.
I have tenure. I don't know you shit.
Make sure you show up for all my classes. I might not.
Yeah.
Oh, then.
So she'll kind of. So, anything else I can do for you?
Oh, like I said, just want to pull out any papers he had in storage just for reference.
Well, I'm not really supposed to give you like the professor's papers.
Flattery
They're
spend?
not going to leave the premise. We just need to take a look at them for his research.
All right, can I have a 1 point flattery spend?
Done.
I was going to use reassurance
I
for
was
that. But...
I was about to make a joke saying I spend 2 points of intimidation, but sure, let's do that instead.
I spend 1
Ooh,
point.
quite
No
a- quite a
discharge. You
joke.
can't do that.
You push Descar's hand back down as the cosh comes up.
No.
Yes.
No. Going
Alright.
through wealth and
You give
power
him-
here.
You spend several hours now poking around in his the boxes.
So what was his occupation again?
He's a history professor,
Oh, history.
religious history.
Religious history. That explains why he went to Ethiopia.
So what you can see here from what he's left behind, he was definitely mentioning Ethiopia's Enchivara's cult, and he either went to Ethiopia or did a very good paper trail. He's
To
got
make it look like he went to Ethiopia.
he's got a travel itinerary, all that type of stuff. His private notes in here, he seems to believe that there's strange beings out there, and he's got addresses for a Ramon Enchivara and a Samson Tremel.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Tremel's address.
That's good.
Bartolo Acuna is also mentioned. And he's got a promotional poster saying thanks for all the help from one of Olivia Clementon's early movies from the 20s.
Hmm.
Alright, so I've got a point spend for either library use or evidence collection.
I got library
I
use.
can spin one. Oh well, somebody else really has.
Yep.
Boy, it's been
Yeah, it's
All right. So it seems that AS was most concerned about Golgoroth, the fish from the outside, and the Leviathan beyond.
What about the
As you kind of fish through his papers, it suggests that he's become regarded Golgoroth as something of an intergalactic buffoon. Strange and dangerous buffoon, but still a buffoon.
Yeah, Golgoroth. That job guy mentioned him too.
Yeah. So it's kind of like something, a big, powerful, but probably stupid entity that lives out there.
Oh, we're dealing with occultism here, right? Or the materials. I'm sorry, I just got back from the restroom.
Yeah, this is actually library use. Yeah.
Okay, then. Something I don't know.
So this guy was investigating some kind of entity called Golgoroth, which was also the focus of what the cult was talking about. So,
Would any cultism or Cthulhu mythos be good for this one, Gray? Or no?
Just checking.
Okay.
Actually,
Hmm.
no, but
Okay.
having spent that point, you now get a dedicated 1-point Cthulhu myth pool, our first dedicated pool.
Do you
okay.
think you're saying
General
we have,
pool or
A dedicated pool for situations concerning either Golgoroth or Leviathan beyond.
meaning we have an extra pool to use to
You have an extra point you can throw down whenever those two things come up. But once it's spent, it'll be gone.
does it nuke our sanity or not?
No.
No.
Okay.
It's basically you've read something but you can't connect the dots, and that's a dedicated pool. So next time you have to check something like that, as long as Added does it,
We can sacrifice something that's not our sanities for it.
yeah, you can spend a pool that's not a refreshable one
Okay.
to get
yeah.
extras. So it's
Okay.
a very useful thing to have.
Yes. Is that 1 point for discard, 1 point shared among the party, or 1 point for each?
1
1
point
point.
shared amongst the party,
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
but it has to be done by Added since he's the one who got it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Yep.
Well, no, I think it'll be able to explain enough. So it's a party pool.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
at some point, one of you can get it.
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's a group eureka moment.
Yeah.
Aha! Ah! Potentially.
Yep.
Apart from
That's-
that, that's all you'll find down here.
Hey.
Okay, so this cult has 2 layers, where this Escavara is the median point, and he's got his academic backers. Interesting.
Right.
Just making sure Ablative is Ablative is the one who has the highest occultism roll at the moment.
Oh boy.
All right. So that will probably do us for the week.
Oh wow, yeah, it's getting kind of late.
All right.
You've done well. You've covered a good amount of Los Angeles.
We'll be able to use Cop Talk with Serpentis. Hopefully they
Yeah.
hit that next week.
And guess who just came off of Do Not Disturb?
Well, to be fair, he did say he wasn't here for
Yeah,
a
I did say
reason.
he wasn't going to be here tonight.
Yeah. It's fine.
It happens.
Problem.
Yeah, I'm not trying to rag on him. I just
It's
really,
good.
sir.
Actually, he's not going to be
Excellent
here.
timing.
He's not going to be here next week either.
Oh
maybe.
fuck yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Cause
Well, are you going to be here next week, Ray?
I will. I'm here next week. I'm not here the week after. But anyway,
Timing.
so
Oh well.
timing. Right.
It happens.
Right, another good session.
Yeah.
Until next time.
You just miss
Yeah.
a clue.